What up? What up? What up? Welcome back, man. Gonna get right into it. I decided to just go shirtless this morning, so I don't want to have all my chest out on camera. So y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. I got my coffee. I got my water, and let me take a sip here, and we'll get right into it. Mmm. Mmm. All right. Continuing on her way, groping the hall as she went, Martha Louise was stunned to find the kitchen completely engulfed in smoke. But there was no fire. Standing on a chair over the sink, holding an empty pot that once held her lima beans, was Jacob. The boy had sustained third-degree burns on both of his arms. And I gotta remember to put that somewhere in the beginning. I think I did put notes somewhere in there. I only wanted a chili bear, said Jacob, with tears as curtains of skin hung from his forearms. Standing there, astonished and terrified beyond belief, removing her hand from her mouth, she said to the boy, "Chili bear," she said to the boy. "Chili bear?" After that day, whenever Jacob came over, for whatever reason, there was a cup of frozen Kool-Aid awaiting him, better known to most Charlestonians as a chili bear. That particular moment was no different. Okay. I'm going to have to start from the beginning, y'all. I apologize. Listen, I'm so tired. I have to do something called inventory today, parts inventory. Normally what I do is I get up. I get all of my parts. I put them in my bedroom. And I go through my parts and do my inventory. Yesterday when I left the lab, and again, I say, this is how tired I am right now. I'll wake up in a second. But yesterday, after working 12 hours in the lab, and the day prior 12 hours, and I'm also driving, so it's not exactly 12 hours, but it's about 3 hours of driving, 9 hours in the lab. Yesterday, as I was leaving the lab, I noticed my laptop bag, the bag that I carry my laptop in, my iPad, all of my paperwork, thumb drives. It's a lot. I noticed that the bag was light. Somehow I remember checking in the bag and going, "Oh, I got it." I'm thinking that I checked in the bag and I saw my iPad and I thought, "Oh, I got it." Because I had just wrapped up my laptop power cord. So after naturally, listen y'all, when you're tired and you have a lot going through your head, a lot of things just like a hamster on a Ferris wheel just spinning in your head. A lot of times those thoughts are just bouncing all around and you're piecing thoughts together. So when I and I'll get back to the story here in a second, but I seriously got to wake up too. It's already 7:00, but so when I put my laptop charger in the bag, that told me ding, because when you do stuff over and over and over and over and over and over, I know whenever I put my charger in the bag, my laptop, because I looked on the counter where my laptop had been for about 7 hours, I looked on the counter and it wasn't there. So it must be in the bag already. So I put the charger in. And then the bag still feels light. Now listen, this is also how tired I am, because whenever my bag feels light, 100 times out of 100, I'm missing something. Every single time, it never fails. But again, I just put the laptop charger in, so the laptop is in the bag. I don't have to unzip that part of the bag to check. So it must be my iPad. And that's when I noticed my iPad on the table. I put my iPad in, and I thought, man, it still seems light, but I'm getting stronger. That's exactly what I thought. I'm getting stronger these days. I'm doing push-ups and stuff. I'm getting stronger, so that's what it is. The bag feels lighter because obviously I'm getting stronger. So I leave out. Laptop still sitting on top of the computer where I left it. And I moved it to the computer so I could print out a document from the printer. So the laptop was sitting on top of the instrument that I was working on yesterday. I get home this morning. I was like, well, let me go ahead and knock out a couple minutes on the story. And I picked up my bag. Bag felt light again. I'm like, man, I just woke up. I feel strong as hell. I take my iPad out, put it on the charger, go back to my laptop, my laptop bag. I look, I'm like, wait a minute. It feels like nothing is in here except for paperwork, documents. And sure enough, I look in there, it's not in there. But being as tight as I am, I'm like, well, it got to be in here somewhere because I put it in here yesterday. I remember checking. Nope. So, word of advice, people. When you're extremely tired, don't make any important decisions, because that was a decision that I made yesterday. It's gonna take away 3 hours of my time today. It's gonna take away 3 hours of my time today. I gotta drive back to Sumter, South Carolina, retrieve my laptop, and hopefully get out of there and back on the road. Hour and a half drive. 3 hours of my time is going to be wasted. It won't be wasted because I'll probably put on a book or something. I don't know. I may just put on the autobiography of Malcolm X and read that again, listen to it again, because that's an excellent book. Let's move forward, y'all. Let's move forward. We're going to take it back from the top. Continuing on her way, groping the wall as she went, Martha Louise was stunned to find the kitchen completely engulfed in smoke. But there was no fire. Standing on a chair over the sink, holding an empty pot that once held her lima beans, was Jacob. The boy had sustained third-degree burns on both of his arms. I only wanted a chili bear, said Jacob, with tears as curtains. Let me put a comma there. It seems like a comma goes there. I don't know, maybe not. With tears as curtains of skin hung from his forearms. Standing there, astonished and terrified beyond belief, removing her hand from her mouth, she said to the boy, "Chili bear?" After that day, whenever Jacob came over, for whatever reason, there was a cup of frozen Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is one word, right? I think. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's with a K, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. Yep. Was a cup of frozen Kool-Aid awaiting her, better known to most Charlestonians as a chili bear. That particular moment was no different. "Here you go," the woman said with excitement. Okay, wait a minute. After that day, whenever Jacob came over, for whatever reason, there was a cup of frozen Kool-Aid awaiting him, better known to most Charlestonians as a chili bear. That particular moment was no different. think I got a little discrepancy here. Let me go back a second. I only wanted a chili bear, said Jacob with tears as curtains of skin hung from his forearms, standing there astonished and terrified beyond belief, removing her hand from her mouth. She said to the boy, "Chili bear?" All right, so now let me space that down a little bit. After that day, whenever Jacob came over for whatever reason, there was a cup of frozen Kool-Aid awaiting him. Okay. In the freezer. In the freezer was a cup of frozen Kool-Aid awaiting him, better known to most Charlestonians as a chili bear. That particular moment was no different. Okay, all right. Here you go, the woman said. Let me see, I'm gonna... Oh, here you go, the woman said with excitement. I don't have to say excitement. Oh, here you go, the woman said. Got something different for you today. Got something different for both of you today. Let's just say for you. Opening the freezer, a cloud of cool fog poured out. She went in and took out 2 small, colorful Dixie cups. I call it Rainbow Row, she explained. See the different colors? There's blue, there's blueberry, and is blueberry one word? Probably not. Blueberry is one word, y'all. How can I be tired and finding all these different mistakes? I won't say mistakes, but anyways, I call it Rainbow Row, she explained. See the different colors? There's blueberry on the bottom, then cherry, strawberry mixed in on top of that. Next is lemon. You see, next is lemon. Next is lemon. And on the very top is orange. You boys see? I made it just for you. Yep, I see it and taste it, Frederick replied, with his tongue deep inside the cup. Well, first you gotta take it out, Frederick, then flip it. His great aunt laughed. His great aunt? No, that's his great grandmother. That's his great grandmother. It was his great aunt, but I changed that. His great grandmother. Well, first you gotta take it out. You gotta take it out, Frederick. Then flip it, said his great grandmother. It's good, Jacob said, as he'd already flipped his and was now working on removing all of the blueberry. This is very good. This is very good. Let me see. Some blueberries on the bottom, right? Yeah. I'll say this too, y'all. You gotta keep exercising your mind. You know, sometimes you really work it. Like here lately with me, like I just left his laptop. I got to go pick up in a little bit. Um, I have been really exercising my mind a lot between working on this story every morning, and I'm writing short stories. If you guys didn't know, go on my Facebook page. You'll see I'm putting out short stories now, and that's going quite well. That's like, oh man, that's like, I'll tell you this. I'm gonna say this because eventually I'm gonna have to say it anyways. My short stories, I'm working with ChatGPT, and with ChatGPT, it's almost like you got a wild horse and you gotta tame it. That's what ChatGPT is as far as storytelling goes. Now, if you just jump on that horse and try to go, you're gonna get bucked off. But fortunately now, I have over 20. I have about 25 years, going on 26 years of writing experience. Yeah. So I know how to ride a horse. I know how to ride a tame horse anyways. But now I'm breaking these wild horses. That's how I look at ChatGPT. And the difference between a wild horse and a tame horse, like I said, you got to know how to ride. You got to know how to break it first. But you got to know how to ride him because, they stay out in the wild. So that's why I'm putting out so many short stories right now. ChatGPT is a partner I have been waiting on for years. Not just a partner, a team. I have a team. I have somebody to do my book covers. I have somebody to do research. I have somebody to actually help write, edit, somebody to talk to. You can talk to ChatGPT. Now, it's not real, but there's so much information in the database that it seems real at times. The only difference is the memory is not that great. So you can say something one day and then come back out the next day and ask them the same question. They don't have an idea, not a clue what you're talking about, ChatGPT. But yeah, that's why I'm putting out so many short stories. Now, as you can see, I'm still writing my novels the traditional way, but the short stories, I have a team now. So I can put out a short story. I can put out 5 short stories a day if I want to. Good short stories. Because like I said, I got help. And I'm not embarrassed about that at all. Because I know, being the person I am, I know that this is the future of writing. AI is the future of writing. AI is the future of making music. AI is the future of making movies, sitcoms, television series, writing news articles, interviews, you name it. AI is not, the Pandora's box is open, y'all. That's all I'm saying. And you better learn how to use it now before you get left behind. Okay. It's good, Jacob said, as he'd already flipped his and was now working on removing all of the blueberry. This is very good. So what? Okay. What did you all come to get? Asked Martha Louise. Temporarily stumped, the idea of stealing some of Suge's moonshine had all but left their thoughts. Huh? Said Jacob. So this is gonna be the red, y'all. I'll come back tomorrow. I gotta get on the road. Gotta go get this laptop. I just need you guys to really pray for me, man. I'm really making a push now, again, with this writing thing. I see my books being turned into Netflix series. I'm gonna put that out there in the universe right now. All of my books being turned into Netflix series, and other series, other platforms. Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Apple, Disney, you name it, the big dogs. Anyways, till next time, man. This is Anthony L. Kelly. Y'all be blessed. I'm out.